Hey, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This is Kris Shoemaker, also known as Yehudah ben Shomeyr, and welcome to the Weekly Way, your weekly devotional commentary on the Torah, Half-Torah, and Brit Chadasha portion. Today we are in Parashah number 41, which is Pinchas, taken from Numbers chapter 25, verse 10, all the way to chapter 30, verse 1. Now, the name Pinchas in Hebrew is what the English calls Phinehas. So let's go to Numbers chapter 27, verses 1 through 11, and read. The daughters of Zelophehad approached. Zelophehad was the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machar, the son of Manasseh, from the clans of Manasseh, the son of Joseph. These were the names of his daughters: Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. They stood before Moses, the priest Eleazar, the leaders, and the entire community at the entrance of the tent of meeting and said, "Our father died in the wilderness, but he was not among Korah's followers who gathered together against the Lord. Instead, he died because of his own sin." Now, just an interesting note here, the rabbis and sages believe that this was the man that was caught gathering firewood on the Sabbath and was stoned as a result. So, take that for what it's worth. Instead, he died because of his own sin, and he had no sons. Why should the name of our father be taken away from his clan, since he had no sons? Give us property among our father's brothers. Moses brought their case before the Lord, and the Lord answered him, "What Zelophehad's daughters say is correct. You are to give them hereditary property among their father's brothers and transfer their father's inheritance to them. Tell the Israelites, when a man dies without having a son, transfer his inheritance to his daughter. If he has no daughter, give his inheritance to his brothers. If he has no brothers, give his inheritance to his father's brothers. If his father has no brothers, give his inheritance to the nearest relative of his clan, and he will take possession of it. There is to be a statutory ordinance for the Israelites, as the Lord commanded Moses." So Adonai is the lawgiver. He lays down the law. The scripture tells us that God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He's God who does not change. That being said, can God be influenced to make special accommodations regarding a law he has made? Absolutely. Our God, Adonai, is a merciful God. The Torah portion tells us God takes unique situations on a case-by-case basis. The Torah tells us that men get the inheritance of the land, etc. But what if a man has no sons or other male relatives, but only daughters? If they marry, especially outside the tribe, the land will go to their husbands and his tribe, and thus the dead man's inheritance, his land and his name, would be lost forever. Well, this scenario happens in our Torah portion this week. And we see that God does make accommodations, that basically Zelophehad's daughters are to marry within the tribe of Manasseh so that the land would not be lost or the name of their father wouldn't die out. So our half-Torah portion tells us Elijah taking on an apprentice, Elisha, and this is found in 1 Kings chapter 19, verses 19 through 21. Though Elijah will instruct Elisha in everything he knows, after Elijah leaves, Elisha will encounter unique situations Elijah didn't cover. Just as Moses consulted Adonai about the daughters of Zelophehad, Elisha will look to Adonai to give him divine guidance and to show him his will. In Acts chapter 15, we see Gentiles come into the Nazari Jewish faith in droves, and it creates a problem in regards to Torah observance. So with the wisdom of God, they give the Gentiles 4 simple laws to follow until they are able to learn and will be expected to keep all the commandments of Torah that apply to them, which the process took about 1 to 3 years, depending on the synagogue Torah reading cycle. Acts 15, 20 through 21 says, "But that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols, and from fornication, and from things strangled, and from blood. For Moses of old time hath in every city them that preach him, being read in the synagogue every Sabbath." So from this passage, we see that the 4 laws are basically to stay away from paganism and from fornication, from idols. And this fornication is also not just simple fornication as we know it, but fornication with temple male and female prostitutes. It's talking about staying away from things sacrificed to idols, which the pagans would strangle their sacrifices, and to abstain from blood, animals with the blood still in it. So this lens leads credence to that the Gentiles ate kosher. They ate biblically kosher. They ate animals with the blood that was drained from it. Why these 4 laws? Why start out with these 4 laws before any other laws of the Torah? Well, because these laws deal with fellowship between Jew and Gentile. If the Gentile was fornicating, worshiping idols, eating things offered to idols, eating things strangled, eating blood, they would be considered unclean and not be able to mingle and fellowship with Jews, and that would keep the Jews from being able to participate in rituals at the temple and things of this nature. So as to provide a platform for table fellowship between Jew and Gentile, these 4 laws were immediately instituted for the Gentile believers coming in. And basically, the last part of the verse says, "For Moses of old time hath in every city them that preach him, being read in the synagogue every Sabbath day." So if you take the whole passage in context, basically the apostles are saying, start out with the Gentiles with these 4 laws. We're not going to worry about all the rest of the Torah observance that applies to them right now. We'll get to that from one Sabbath to another, because each Sabbath we read through the Torah, and within 1 to 3 years we get through the entire Torah reading cycle, which will inevitably cover all of the commandments, and especially all the commandments that apply to them. And then as we come across those commandments, then they will start implementing and obeying those commandments. And by the end of 1 to 3 years, these Gentile converts will be Torah obedient like everyone else. But so as to maintain fellowship between Jew and Gentile, we'll just institute these 4 laws at the start. So this is our Torah, half Torah, and Brit Chadasha portion for this week. Thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great day. Shabbat Shalom, Shavua Tov. God bless. AbrahamsDescendants.com, getting back to the 1st century in a 21st century way. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press the like button as well as the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and the notification bell that'll let you know every time I make a new video. And don't forget to share this with a friend. Also, visit our website at AbrahamsDescendants.com. Thanks. Shalom. Thanks for watching. Stay connected by subscribing to our other social media accounts and visiting our website at AbrahamsDescendants.com.